done with.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition, bone face?
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself, you.
You'd rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, with the PS5 though, like it just.
I know.
Oh, damn, y'all beautiful though, but.
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh, bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, bro. I need a PS5.
My nigga.
I feel like homie head should be normal. I have friends that I'll just go over to their house because I want to show off a little bit, and then on the way out, I'll dap them up and act like nothing happened, and we'll just talk like we're homies, because we are.
Nasty bitch.
Y'all, so this dude came in my DM yesterday. He was like, "You're pretty, I'm trying to get to know you." He literally sent me $1,000 just to get to know me. And y'all literally sit here and think I'm gonna get to know y'all for free when somebody just paid me $1K for him to get to know me? Be so for real.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
You know what I love to see? I love to see when the ex leaves and does everything that I asked them to do for somebody else. That just makes me know that I wasn't the issue. It was you. And you realized you was the issue, but you was so goddamn prideful on changing your ways. You rather had changed your partner and then try to be better for them. That's cool. Listen, God works in mysterious ways, and maybe that was a blessing for me. Maybe that's a blessing for them. However, it brings me peace to know that I was right.
What kind of shit is that?
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not, no.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
He ain't lying.
Tell my story. Yes, I have 10 kids. And
yo, what the
yes, I have 10 baby daddies.
Honor, did you hear this?
But that does not make me a hoe. I had 10 one-night stands. Yeah.
You was a whole pussy hoe ass lie. Girl, your cooch is a whole crip community come recovery. If put that on the gang was a person.
Y'all check this out. If somebody letting you live with them, do you think it's right for you to go tell their personal business? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this situation.
Yeah, what's up? I had called you around here like away from everybody because I really had some stuff to talk to you about. I know since you done moved out and stuff, but I'm saying when I had let you stay in my house like a month ago or whatever, you know when I was going to work, I feel like that was wrong while I'm at work. You taking pictures of my pill bottles and sending them around. Why was you going through my stuff while I'm at work? Like, that's some wrong shit. That's weird as hell.
Why would you invite somebody in your house and you know you got something? You ain't the only motherfucker that got to sit on their toilet seat now. So why would you invite me to stay at your house and you know you're battling something?
Friend, all it was BV.
Bitch, I don't give a fuck if it was CD. You need to let somebody know, ho.
Hold on, bitch. You was the one going through hard times. I let you sleep on my couch, bitch. So what do you mean? You don't have no right to fucking go through my shit while I'm at work and I'm letting you spend the night in my house for free. Bitch, you just moved out and then all of a sudden, I didn't even know you was holding on to them pills. What you was holding on to that shit for when you moved out, bitch?
Apparently, I'm not the one that was holding on to him. You're the one that was holding on to him with your mouth, ho. You the one taking them, not me. Bitch, you mad.
You holding on to pictures.
You mad because
you had one picture from months ago, bitch, and you was
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Yeah. So we can go straight to the script, y'all. All right, we can go straight to this Tory Lanez real quick. This ain't gonna be a long show, but I am gonna talk my shit. I got a salute to XL Pro, my bro. He says like, share, subscribe, Cash App, $, Cali West 1. I salute, G. Yeah. Let me get this picture right for y'all real quick.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and rammed.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Damn.
And took her breath some more.
Okay. What's up, y'all? It's Cali West. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Feeling this shit? Damn. Feel like I'm a little out of focus. There we go. Yeah. All right, we got a lot of people in the house, you know what I'm saying, tuning in. They want to hear this news about Tory Lanez. So, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the old, you know, regular news about Tory Lanez, right? And then I'm going to break it down through a red pill lens. You dig? Now, you know, I have a lot to say. Well, I have a lot to say about this situation. Now, if y'all really want to see what I really had to say, y'all can look back in, you know, any of my catalog. I at least did 2 stories about this, you know, him and the whole Megan Stallion situation, right? So anyway, we're going to talk about something else that's a little bit, you know, a little bit more positive, a little upbeat. And then we're going to talk about the negative just about the whole situation, right? So I'm going to show y'all the article. Just so y'all could show that I am getting it from a good source. And then after that, I'm going to talk my shit like how I always do, right? That's how we're going to do. Now, with that being said, let me share this screen. And I do thank you for everybody else who's tuning into my show at this time. You feel me? I know y'all have a lot of other things y'all could be watching. Everybody else who is leaving, fuck you. But anyway, I really do appreciate everybody. And y'all really nice. So, once again, I definitely appreciate y'all. And that's not what I'm trying to share, but it's still showing them chicks. And we're going to talk about them chicks in a minute. You feel me? Like I said, it ain't going to be a long show tonight. It ain't going to be a long show tonight, but it's definitely still going to be a show. You feel me? I'm still going to do what it do. Okay. So, as you see here, let me remove myself from the screen for a second so y'all can see the whole article. So, of course, it says, Tory Lanez's father gives health update after prison stabbing. Recovery remarkable. So, you know, let's salute to Tory Lanez for still being alive. You feel me? He didn't get to meet Tupac and Biggie. Fortunately for him. The only thing is that damn, he still got to be in the damn jail with all them vatos, man, who wanted to chop his ass up like, you know what I'm saying, like Kim Chi, bruh.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
I don't know, man. And I ain't up front. I don't know if y'all know, but Tory Lanez, he has a bad temper. He does have a bad temper. I mean, because I don't know if y'all remember, but one time he almost beat up Travis Scott, and Travis Scott is like 6'3", 6'4". This fool is that, you know, this dude's as tall as good bread. You feel me? And this dude Tory Lanez is like 5'3" or 5'4", ready to go beat up on tall ass 6'3" Travis Scott. You feel me? Do y'all remember that? You know what I'm saying? So hey, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't no surprise that some essay, decided he's gonna go take a shotgun on him because that's what Tory Lanez could. He could kind of box. He'll fight. You feel me? And that's probably what made him end up getting that Shawshank Redemption.
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
Now, a man supporting man comes through. He says, salute to Cali West and everyone in the chat. I appreciate you. A man supporting man said he'll meet Biggie, not Tupac. Tupac is still alive. LOL. Ah, shit.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
But shh, don't tell nobody.
I like that take on it. Okay. Tupac's still alive. I guess he won't have to meet Tupac or Elvis Presley, right? Shit. Or Jim Hoffa. Now, anywho, so I'm about to read this article right here, okay? So it says, Tory Lanez's father is giving fans a health update just days after the rapper was hospitalized after an alleged attack at a California prison. Advocates for releasing the 32-year-old rapper, whose legal name is Daystar Peterson, gathered May 14th to argue they have new evidence that they allege will exonerate him. Lane supporters from United the People, the rapper's nonprofit legal team, gathered in downtown Los Angeles to present their arguments. Lane is serving a 10-year sentence at a California correctional institution in Tehachapi after he was convicted of shooting Megan Thee Stallion in 2020. Yo, man, but y'all know how I feel about that. That fix is in, bro. The fix is in, bro. Like, yeah, they was gunning for his ass, bro. They was gunning for him.
Emotional damage.
Literally. Now, what's crazy is that I still remember my pops, right? I've been out here in Miami for quite some time now, but I remember when I was moving out to Miami now, and I told my pops, I was like, hey, I'm about to move to Miami, right? And I remember one thing he said to me was, well, I never was really big on Miami or big on Florida because Florida is the South and, racist this, racist that, right? And I get that. I understand the South to be racist, right? But here's the thing. I've been living in Los Angeles almost all my child life and essentially most of my adult life. And one thing I could tell y'all about California, one thing about Los Angeles, period, is that just because it's a democratic city, just because, you could go in any corner store and buy weed and all that shit, and everything just feels like all happy-go-lucky and it's like all hippie-ish, right? Because let's be real, if y'all been to California, it does have a hippie surfer feel to it, undoubtedly. But what they don't tell you about Los Angeles is that Los Angeles still has racist people. KKK have had parades, probably not in Los Angeles per se, but definitely they had KKK parades in Van Nuys, California. That essentially is Los Angeles County. Just because it's not Los Angeles City doesn't mean that it's not still the county. So, my dad used to kind of talk about these racist people in the South, but people are just as equally racist in the North and in the West Coast cities. And guess what? And this is proven by the fact that Tory Lanez, that they made sure that they buried Tory Lanez. Like, it's to the point that I even believe that the courts knew, that the prosecutor, they know that Tory Lanez probably didn't do it. But guess what? It's not even so much about what they know. It's not even so much about what you know. It's what you could prove. And the prosecution made sure they made their best to go bury this man. Because guess what? Man, y'all can tell me whatever y'all want about Democrats and how Republicans are the most racist. Guess what? Democrats are racist too. As a matter of fact, Democrats, they're just covert racists. That's the only caveat. That's the only problem. And I keep trying to tell people this. But, I'm just preaching to the choir. Oh, hell no. Oh, my God. Florida. Something that came in my, something that got in here, like a little insect or something. God damn it. That's one thing I could definitely say about the South. You always got to deal with all types of creatures and shit. You feel me? You know? God damn it. Anyway, you know, if y'all see me jump up and start acting crazy, that's because that shit attacking me, all right? So, yeah, man. Like, but yo, one thing I learned about down South is, man, the South, you know, it might be known for its racism and all that, but guess what? White people or any color people are just equally as racist in northern cities and West Coast cities as they are. And this is apparent with this whole Tory Lanez situation. So you tell me y'all couldn't find nobody's Ring doorbell camera, nobody else's camera that showed that Tory Lanez did not shoot her? Like, man, I call it cap, bro. That's all cap.
The cap.
But unfortunately, you know, I'm not the judge or the jury. So yeah, so back to the Tory Lanez situation. So it seems that Lane's father, Sunstar, oh my God, man, yo, hey, with these names, they were either destined to be rappers or singers or felons. Dad's name is Sunstar. Oh my fucking God. Sunstar Peterson updated members of the press of his son's health. He said that on May 13th, medical professionals had already removed the tubes that were draining the fluids from his lungs. And then they took them out because they said he is recovering remarkably. Sheesh. Oh, Lord. Man, that's painful, too. Like, getting stabbed is, I'll argue, even though I never had neither, I'll argue that probably getting shot is probably better than even getting stabbed, because when you get stabbed, you probably feel the serration of the knife. But when you get a bullet shooting, some people don't even know that they're shot until they look and they know that they're bleeding. You feel me? At least it's quick and easy, bro. But getting stabbed, I mean, granted, you know, I guess he had a lot. Like, usually if you get stabbed up, man, there's chances you might not live. So luckily they didn't get his stomach, but they got his lungs. Sheesh. A man support man said that's a unique name. Yeah, I suppose. But granted, his name is Daystar, but what is his name? He got a real name, Tory Lanez, as his stage moniker. So go fucking figure, bro. Yeah, go fucking figure. When I found out his name was Daystar, I was like, where did Tory come from, bro?
Oh. Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Bro. Woo. So then it says, all that is left is healing from the wounds. Shit, that is motherfucking this jail time you got served, nigga. Now, Tory Lanez attacked in prison. Earlier this week, Lanez was attacked by fellow inmate Santino Casio on May 12th at approximately 7:20 a.m. A spokesperson for the Calvary Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation confirmed to USA Today. It says staff immediately responded and activated 911 and began medical aid, according to the statement. Peterson was subsequently transferred to an outside medical facility for further treatment. Say that 3 times. Subsequently. Now, Tory Lanez now says it's currently unclear what motivated the attack. I don't know, because I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, I ain't saying that. You know, I really believe that he should be out of jail, but we know he, you know, they're probably talking some shit to him, and you know, the fool was probably like, man, ain't no little ass essay gonna be talking to me, even though I'm little as him. But guess what? Probably went to fisticuffs until it went to knives. Now it says the officer and inspector general was notified of the incident, and the investigation was initiated by CCI's Investigative Services Unit and Kern County District Attorney's Office. Also, obviously, because Tehachapi is obviously way up north somewhere. It says Tane's dad has prayed for Megan Thee Stallion. He prayed for Megan Thee Stallion.
Emotional damage.
Megan's father also had a message for Megan Thee Stallion during May 14th conference. We pray for her on many occasions. He said to those in the audience, bruh, Ninja, what? I ain't praying for that bitch.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Said these guys have nothing but these guys have been nothing but content, but the system is one thing. But guess what? These people have hearts, Peterson told members from different outlets. It says in December 2022, Lane's father made headlines for his lively reaction after his son's guilty verdict was read in a courtroom. After the jury left the courtroom, he leapt up and shouted, "This is wicked system stands against judges before God Almighty," he shouted as the deputies closed in on him. He then went into the two prosecutors in the case and said, "You two are evil, wicked people. You know exactly what you did." Damn, bro.
What kind of shit is that?
Because you know what? You know what's fucked up? They know. I believe they definitely had to fix him for him, bro. Like, they definitely had to fix him for him, bro.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
I ain't gonna lie, I feel bad for him. But I personally believe where he made the mistake is, even though it didn't look good that he had a gun, it probably didn't look good that, he probably had it illegally. And he probably was kind of like, man, if I just, the least I say, he was probably like, man, I probably, I could probably maybe just get out of this. But guess what? I truly believe Tory Lanez's mistake was he should have maybe, I know that you shouldn't really go on the stand, but yo, if it was known that I did not do something, right? I don't know. I might even have to go up on the stand, or at least even if I don't go up on the stand, my lawyer, saying, Lord willing, no, look, you pay the lawyer, okay? My lawyer will have to address, the fact that that the homegirl shot her, not that he shot Meg, not the other way around. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. That just had to go. I ain't gonna let that shit ride, bro. I ain't gonna let that shit ride. Cause see, look at it now. Now he's stuck in jail. You know what I'm saying? Now he's in the state pen, bro. Tehachapi, like Kern County. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've been probably almost everywhere in California. Well, no. I've probably been up and down the state, definitely. And I don't even know where Tehachapi is. That must be like way past Longpauc and all that. But that's in the middle of nowhere, because y'all know they make jails and they put them in the middle of nowhere, because one main reason why they put them in the middle of nowhere is, one, no one wants a prison, a penitentiary behind their backyard, and two, it makes it hard for the criminals to escape. So just in case they break out of jail, it's like in the middle of nowhere. It's gonna be very, very hard for them to really escape. So even if they do get out the jail itself, they'd probably be hard for them to get out of the area before they have forces swoop in and basically catch the fugitive. Now, let's see here. Now, 17th and 0 says the friend. Oh my God. You know what? Hold up. I gotta take care of something real quick, y'all. Hold up.
My story. Yes, I have 10 kids. And
Yo, what the
yes, I have 10 baby daddies.
Honor, did you hear this?
But that does not make me a hoe. I had 10 one-night stands. Yeah.
You was a whole pussy hoe ass lie. Girl, your cooch is a whole crip community come recovery. If put that on a gang was a person.
Man, motherfucking Florida, bro. Motherfucking Florida. Anyway, so 17 and L says the friend Kelsey had a driver who overheard her saying she is the one who shot Megan Thee Stallion and shot at her 9 times. Right. Yeah, because the from what is being said, essentially, yeah, essentially, let's see. Oh, okay. Essentially, what happened is, yeah, you're right. You're right, 17 and on. I'm glad that you bring that up because I probably would have forgot to address that. Yes. The matter of fact, the driver is said that basically Kelsey shot her. And essentially what's kind of messed up too is you just see how messed up people are because think about it. Essentially, Kelsey could have probably saved Tory Lanez by admitting that she got shot. But here's the thing. I guess even though they gave her immunity, she don't. Here's the thing. Women, hey man, when they talk about the evil that men do, what about the evil that women do? Kelsey had diplomatic, she had immunity from prosecution, and she still didn't tell the truth. Ain't that fucked up? He still didn't tell the truth. Man, you're truly on your own, man. You're truly on your own, even when you're innocent, you're on your own. 17 then said he was moving reckless by smashing both friends who actively hang together at the time. That and also too, what I also kind of believe too is, you know what he should have done too? I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all. I don't kind of feel like he should have maybe left them bitches. Yo, call it what y'all want, man. You know, maybe it would have been a problem because maybe his gun was still there. You know, they would have been. But I would have left them hoes, man. It would be better off that he took the gun and then he just act like it wasn't his gun and just let them do the investigation, figure it out, and just leave them hoes fighting in the motherfucking street and just call the cops. Because because what he was trying to do was trying to like stop them from fighting, and then guess what? Boom, bam, bam, bam. From what I also heard too, 17 to know is from what I'm hearing is basically Tory Lanez basically slapped the gun out of Kelsey's hand, and they basically went off twice too. Then a man supported man said, "Yep, Cali West did time at Alcatraz." Hey, you know what? Cool story about Alcatraz. And no, I never spent no time in no damn Alcatraz, Ninja. If I spend time in Alcatraz, I'll be fucking like almost 100, bruh. Alcatraz been closed since what? I think the early 70s, bruh. Early 70s, early 70s or something like that. A matter of fact, I was trying to talk about opening back Alcatraz. Anywho, cool story about Alcatraz. It was 2000 and it was year 2000. No, 2001 because Aaliyah died in 2001. And before she died, I would say around May of 2001, me and my brother went to go see her perform across the water from Alcatraz prison. And yes, that was a dope ass performance, bro. Hey, I couldn't miss it for the lifetime of me, bro. No, I couldn't. Yo, that was such an opportunity of the lifetime to the point that look, me and my brother, we drove all the way from Los Angeles to Sacramento. No, to San Francisco, to the Bay, just to go see it. And do you know that I almost didn't get to see it? Why? I almost didn't get to see it because I guess it was they were doing tryouts for being a video jockey, right? I mean, we kind of know it was kind of a little bit of a sham, but we still went up there because it was supposed to be a surprise performance. So, you know, my brother wanted to go do it, and I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll go down there with you. So we went down there together. So I brought my ID. But I don't know if he knew this, but I think he knew this, but he made sure he had his social security card. I didn't have my social security card. So because I couldn't have the social security card, they needed your social security card because they wanted to make sure, I guess, I don't know, some stupid shit, I guess, because I guess technically since it's employment or like something like that, that you had to have a social security card to try to be a video jockey or whatever, right? So when they said we didn't have our social security numbers, or social security cards, we couldn't get into the thing, right? So mind you, went all the way 8 hours from no, he goes, dude, driving from San Francisco to LA is an 8-hour drive. So I'm like, hold up. So we drove 8 hours and I can't even be in this shit, right? So I'm just like, damn, man, right? At this point, I'm like bummed out. Like, man, we drove all the way over here and only y'all get to go. So I'm like, damn, man. So yo, what happened was we were in line because it took a while because mind you, this is MTV, okay? Y'all might not know this, but MTV used to play videos. But hey, so long story short is because we were waiting in line, you know, I ended up meeting this little older white woman. And then she got in, this thick black woman got in, and then my brother got in, and I guess he went in with them and stuff. And mind you, so we're just stuck. So at this point, my brother gave me the keys to his car. He's like, okay, well, I guess he can hang out in the car. So mind you, it's me and this Spanish brother out there, right? So we got to chill, like, man. So mind you, they were giving out wristbands, but they gave out these little cheap ass little wristbands that were like, they weren't even plastic. They were like made out of like almost like colored paper, like looking like. So I looked at the thing and I was like, I looked at it and I was like, yo, I said to Spanish, I said, yo, no, my bad. I forgot. We try to get into the concert, okay? Or we try to get into the thing anyway. So long story short is, before we thought about the wristband thing, we couldn't get in. So yo, we try to look. We were trying to hop the fence or try to hop around, and we was like, okay, maybe if we get through the building, we could kind of go around the other side because, mind you, San Francisco is a very old historic town, and like by the bay, they got these big ass warehouses, like huge, gigantic warehouses, right? So mind you, me and this dude went to this place, man, and it was huge. It was like a huge like warehouse, like I'm talking about huge, like it was scary how big it is. And we went up these metal ass stairs, dude, right? And I remember there was a lock and we couldn't open it. I guess on the side you could kind of go around by where the ocean is, like facing Alcatraz. But he was lit. And this Spanish dude, I don't know if he was a thief or a bank robber or what, but this dude started pulling out little key things and like was trying to pick the lock. Man, but it was having such a hard time. I was like, man, fuck it, man. Let's just get about it here, man, before we go. And looking at my brother's wristbands and other people's wristbands, realized it was like some piece of like paper type of shit. So man, we went up to Kinko's. We drove our asses up the hill to like a Kinko's, like FedEx Kinko's copy place. Man, we made some wristbands and fucking got the fuck in, bro. And got to see Aaliyah perform. Yo. Man, it's all about the memories, bro. It's all about the memories. So, all right. Yo, y'all blame a man support man. He's the one who brought up Alcatraz. Anyway, Tory Lanez, and the 17 says Tory Lanez handled this stupidly the whole time. But I knew when all this happened that it wasn't the one that popped her. He had no reason or motive to. Megan smashes all her friends all her friends' men. Yeah, facts. They all knew this, and so did the law, and Rock Nation paid for them off. That's why they gave her immunity. They love putting ninjas behind bars. Hey, I truly believe that like Los Angeles County I truly believe that they want to put black men behind bars because guess what? I know before I came out to Florida, I know I had a little trouble with the law. And mind you, you would have thought like, yo, the problems I had with the law, you would have thought it was like behind. You would have thought like I robbed a bank, I did some bank fraud, I beat somebody, I popped somebody. Man, it was just behind some like traffic infraction type shit, bro. And they was trying to like do a nigga in, bro. Bro, like over some ticket shit. That's why Coach Greg Adams is funny because Coach Greg Adams, he always be telling people to stay out of the courts. And no lie, my dad used to actually tell me the same thing a long time ago. Like, stay out of the courts, because like all you need is a ticket. Once you get a ticket, the ticket ends up turning to a warrant or suspending your license, and then you're driving without a license, and well, since you don't have a license, even though you didn't know, we're gonna take your car. Like, it could get really messy. That's why I was like, just stay out the court, bro. Now, 17 to 0 says, ninjas be careful out here in the streets. He said, hoes, not women, always on each other's side at the end of the day and hate ninjas. So they got off on effing over ninjas everywhere they can. Deletion and jail. Facts, because think about it. Kelsey, the fact that she had legal immunity, she could have just asked her, she could have, look, she had every right to admit that she shot her. That she shot her by mistake. That Megan Thee Stallion started fighting over the gun and she took the gun and she shot her by mistake. She could have said anything and got off. But guess what? To some degree, she was mad at Tory Lanez for basically, outing them. Because think about it. The reason why they all started fighting too was because Tory Lanez basically spilled the beans about all their dirt. He basically was like, well, Megan Thee Stallion, you're fucking little baby. No, you fucking the baby. Yeah, you fucking the baby and you fucking Drake or something like that, or fucking Kanye. I forgot who. Don't quote me on this, but I forgot who else he was fucking. But one of the dudes definitely was the baby. And then basically it was like, because I think essentially, that was just a whole mess, bro. 17 to 0 says, I'm from New Orleans and Louisiana, and they live to put ninjas in jail out here. Oh, I believe it. Hey, I guess where my dad has a little bit of point. Like the South is still the South, you feel me? And yes, they're gonna want to lock ninjas up there. Because think about it. When you live in places like New Orleans and Baton Rouge and those places, there's not much industry. Like I don't know of any industry other than Louisiana, New Orleans or Baton Rouge. The only thing I know is that they're more into tourism. That's the only thing I know of them. I don't know about if New Orleans, go figure, it's a swamp. Place is essentially a swamp place, right? So it's like, I don't know, like y'all specialize in textiles or what's out there. So look, and I was telling people this on my last stream last night. Some of the biggest industry that makes money for the state or the county is locking ninjas up. Why do you think in Los Angeles they love getting tickets? The reason why they love getting tickets is because that's the easy way for the county to make money. Give you a ticket, and they talk about there's no quota. Yeah, they might not be quoted to the point that they could fire their person, but I'm sure that they could give out certain perks and stuff like that for people who give out more tickets. Straight up. 17 now says, with immunity, she could have admitted to it and got off with no charge, but didn't. Facts. So that just goes to show that these hoes will let you fucking burn. Like you can't be expecting women to do the right thing to do. Shit, you can't expect men to do the right thing to do. But unfortunately, women are not immoral. They're just amoral. Like they're like somewhere in between. They're neither here nor there. Like they're very self-serving. And truth is, they have to be self-serving for the species to survive, for human races. I know y'all are gonna hate to hear me say this, but truth is, for the human race to survive, I guess women will have to be selfish, because if they weren't selfish, they would sacrifice themselves and their offspring. Even though in reality, what's kind of ironic about that is, fast forward now, we have technology and science to basically keep people living longer and people living more efficient. Yet women are deleting more babies more now than any time in history. So go fucking figure. 17th and says tourism, the Port of New Orleans, the Superdome, Smoothie King Center, concerts and events, St. Pelicans and oil fields are out industries out here. Okay. I believe it. But another big industry is probably locking ninjas up for sure. And I have to say this, that's almost any municipality. But one thing I could definitely say is, I probably had less run-ins in Florida, even though it's supposed to be more racist out here, than I had in LA. Man, I live in LA and I was getting pulled over all the motherfucking time in my own goddamn neighborhood. So, and yeah, I could say, oh, those cops are being racist, but shit, what if I told you them cops was ninja cops? Like what happened in Memphis the other day with that Tory Nichols dude. He basically got beat by some black people. And guess what? Black people aren't even talking about it no more. How many people are talking about how Tory Nichols died? Other than Coach Greg Adams. other than Coach Greg Adams and maybe Black Ram 313, who else? Maybe Ringo Reactions. Who else is talking about Tyree? That Tyree Nichols dude getting beat up in Memphis. Nobody talking about that shit, bro. Nobody talking about that shit. I might even have to make an episode and address that shit, man. But nobody's talking about that shit.
You don't find that suspicious? 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 You don't find that suspicious?
Oh. Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Yeah, man. Essentially, shut up and down. Oh, 17 and up says women are survivalists by nature because they are vulnerable and have to, because if of that, I finally came to accept this and it has made me understand and move better with them. Facts, like when you're realizing how they are, and you know, you don't hate them. You almost kind of appreciate them for what they are. It's kind of like a car, right? I don't know. I'm sure you was there that night. We was having this little car discussion. Everything in life is a trade-off. That's what I learned in life. I almost kind of learned it too late in life. I wouldn't say too late, but because it's never, it's never too late. But I wish I knew this before. There's always trade-offs. There's always trade-offs in everything in life. You feel me? There's always trade-offs. It's like, even if you go and get a Toyota Camry, a brand new Toyota Camry could still break down in a couple of years. Yes, a new Chevy Camaro might break down in 3 months if you're driving too hard. But guess what? That Camaro's gonna get you places faster. You're gonna get, you have more sex appeal when it comes to the ladies. You're gonna have more fun in the car. But the gas mileage is gonna be shitty. You know what I'm saying? What fuel economy? But everything has a trade-off, and women are a trade-off. You could choose to be with yourself and not have a woman's company, and then, and sharing a woman, or you could be with a woman and, still be sharing her. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy, bro. Shit crazy. Now, Man Support Man says Kelly West out here singing Rock the Boat, LOL. You know what song I was singing out there? Because here's the thing. Like, MTV, they slick. Because they only perform one song. And they perform the song maybe about 5 times, bro. Because they had to do certain takes. Stop. Do this. Do that. Do that. Do this. Because a lot of those concerts that you've seen live were kind of, I wouldn't say, of course they were rehearsed, but let's just say there's a lot of editing to what they showed on TV. But Aaliyah must have sang that song at least 4 times fully. And sometimes she stopped and restarted it again. And you know what song she was singing? I don't wanna be alone. Ain't that from wasn't that from the that movie that DMX is in, Romeo Must Die with Aaliyah? But yeah, that was a song. I don't wanna be alone. Yo, R.I.P. to Aaliyah, man. She was a real one, and she was fine. Yo, Man Support Man. I'm glad you bring this up again. See, you must really want to talk about this shit. So, of course, we was across from Alcatraz prison. I got to see Alcatraz prison. Like, oh, that's where all the gangsters used to be swimming in the sharks. They was swimming with the fishes and shit. You feel me? And then I got to see Aaliyah perform. Yo, you know what probably made my life, y'all? I got to speak to Aaliyah, bro. Yo, give it to your boy Cali West for speaking to Aaliyah. So check this out. So they rushing into her limo. Your boy Cali come out. Because I ain't gonna lie, nigga was a holla monster. Monster was crispy in 2001. So I come out, hey, Aaliyah. And you know I got a deep-ass voice, right? So she heard this shit, right? Hey, Aaliyah. And yo, me and her was like, from here to here, bruh. Like, hey, how you know? Hey, Aaliyah, how you doing? You know, I like you, I like your performance. Whoop. Yo, bouncer or the security guard or the bodyguard. Hey, gonna stay. You got to stay right here. Blah, 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 blah. And at that point, I had my little moment, and then she went back in the limo. But yo, your boy spoke to Aaliyah, bruh. I didn't know by what I was gonna do, but all I know is I was gonna speak to her. I was not gonna let her, Aaliyah, pass by me and I not speak to her, Aaliyah, bruh. Fuck that. And Aaliyah was so fine. Ooh, shit. If she would have, wishful thinking, I would have been like, baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours.
You wanna put that pussy on me, put it on me.
Baby girl.
Who?
Yo. So anyway, 17th and L says, there are many people talking about the Tory Nichols in the black grassroots spaces, but the mainstream cable media and chitlin gossip blogs and circus, they aren't, because there is no white cop angle. Yo. 17th and L says, I love and appreciate women who have ceased trying to make sense, trying to make nice, or since women of what women, try to make sense of what, cease trying to make sense of what women say. I only pay attention and react to what they do. It's much better on the side. Facts. Shout out to the RP. 17 said that had to be cool actually to speak to Aaliyah. I bet she was more than a woman. Yo, man, she was pretty. One thing I could definitely say was that she was probably the same height as Lil' Kim, who I also met in person at an airport. But of course, meeting Lil' Kim, it's not the same as meeting Aaliyah. Hey, Lil' Kim, before she got the plastic surgery, was actually a hottie with a body. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about Aaliyah. Aaliyah, yes. Very beautiful, slim, nice. Probably no more 5'1", 5'2". She was very, very little lady, but very, very, very beautiful. Oh, shit. I was going to say something, but I was going to leave that alone. He said you wanted to write her a 4-page letter. I sure did. Shit, give her a 4-page letter. I'll try and give her a 4-page. Your boy would have been all up in that. I would have been the OG Cookie Monster, bro. I would have been like, it's so good. It's so good. Thank you.
She wanna put that pussy on me, put it on me.
Shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Hey, see, at least when I liked Aaliyah, we were both around the same age. Now, I don't know about this R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying, trying to marry her and shit. That's where the buck stops. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly, he was like, baby so fine, I'm a keeper.
This is a sick Negro.
But, from what I seen when she was an adult, she looked very delicious and nutritious. 17th says, oh, no, man supported man says, I remember I was in Oakland applying for a bus supervisor position in the AC Transit. Someone asked me if I toured Alcatraz. I said, I don't tour prisons as a free man. LOL. Yo. Salute. And a man support man. Who hasn't seen a rock? I ain't about to be a motherfucking go to jail and get locked up in there and with a hostage situation and shit. You feel me? And I gotta depend on Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery to go fucking save me, bruh. Fuck that. I feel you.
chopper.
No lie. Me and that Spanish dude was up in there though, or we was in that warehouse trying to like break in. Yeah, I felt like we was like breaking out of prison, or we were like trying to break into the prison. Like it was like on like dun 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 and we was about to be crawling on the side of the building. Yeah, because what if we would have opened the door and it was really a door for it to go on a boat? So we still had to crawl up on the ledge. Dun, 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 dun. And then, oh, somebody fall. And you know the shark infested waters over there in the San Francisco Bay Area as well. That's another reason why they wanted to kind of put in. That's another strategic point of putting in Alcatraz is the shark infested waters. Mm-hmm. Sheesh. 17th and 0 says meeting Aaliyah was like a 5-star restaurant. Meeting Lil Kim was more like getting a fire 3-piece white cold drink and a small fries from Popeyes. Facts. But yeah, because guess what? Like, you know, there was like nobody was rushing her or nothing like that. You know, it was to the point that I wouldn't even known if it was her if my homegirl at work didn't tell me. I was working at McDonald's at the time, and my homegirl was like, "You see what that is?" And I looked, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's Lil Kim." As a ninja, the last place I want to see is inside of a prison. Salute to that. And as a hood ninja, it's a full job to stay out of the prison. Hey, all facts, bruh. All facts.
You ain't lying.
That's the truth. Okay. So I think I read all the chats and stuff. So let's talk about this little video right quick. Do y'all think it was right for this woman to confront old girl about her STD? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess maybe we found out in the hood or something like your homegirl got an STD. But look how this girl found out her homegirl had an STD. Check it.
Y'all check this out. If somebody letting you live with them, do you think it's right for you to go tell their personal business? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this situation.
Yeah, what's up? I had called you around here like away from everybody because I really had some stuff to talk to you about. I know since you done moved out and stuff, but I'm saying when I had let you stay in my house like a month ago or whatever, you know, when I was going to work, I feel like that was wrong while I'm at work. You taking pictures of my pill bottles and sending them around. Why was you going through my stuff while I'm at work? Like, that's some wrong shit. That's weird as hell. Why would you invite somebody in your house and you know you got something? You ain't the only motherfucker that got to sit on their toilet seat now. So why would you invite me to stay at your house and you know you're battling something? Friend, all it was BB. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if it was CD. You need to let somebody know, ho. You was through, hold on, bitch. You was the one going through hard times. I let you sleep on my couch, bitch. So what do you mean? You don't have no right to fucking go through my shit while I'm at work and I'm letting you spend the night in my house for free. Bitch, you just moved out and then all of a sudden, I didn't even know you was holding on to them pills. What you was holding on to that shit for when you moved out, bitch? Apparently, I'm not the one that was holding on to him. You're the one that was holding on to him with your mouth, ho. You the one taking them, not me. Bitch, you mad? You holding on to pictures. You mad? I want to be this from months ago, bitch, and you were sleeping on my couch, bitch. I had welcomed you into my home. You had my brother in your pussy. You should have let somebody know that you had BB. Why I gotta tell you I got BB? Bitch, that ain't none of your business. You tell me every time that nigga's gone. You tell me every time they didn't leave you. You tell me every time they didn't leave you. Like, why you say that? That's some weird ass fake ass shit. I'm not fucking with.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Got your ass on tape, bruh. So we got this dirty gal there, and we got this snitching ass bitch right. That's a lot, God.
It's an evil world we live in.
These hoes, whoo. Hey, we got friends like these. Who needs fucking enemies, bruh?
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
And yo, that just goes to show, man. I mean, like, I ain't saying I don't be helping my bros. I just kind of tell people when you help people out, you know, you have to kind of understand that, you know, you're taking a risk. Why? Because you open up this home to this raggedy ass bitch, and she had to go now to go tell the whole world your business. Because let's just be real, somebody can have a BD and you not even know. Trust me. Is she asking those dudes that she's sleeping with for a BD test panel? Is she asking her dudes that she's sleeping with for an STD panel? Now, with that being said, you could have went and got those little, those little lid cover things that they have in public restrooms to take a pee. You could have not even sat on the toilet. You could have done a lot of things. Shit, you could have even moved out and submitted to a man. But guess what? These hoes want to be, raggedy and running the streets and stuff, and you don't want to get their shit together to the point that they live with their friend, and then they're stinking their friend behind their back. 17th says, no, a man support man said, when I was working at Walmart in Union City, Georgia, I saw Charlie from Baltimore walking down my aisle when I was restocking. Yeah. Another Biggie girlfriend. 17th says, as a ninja that has been stopped, arrested, and pulled over 100 times in my life, and had tools pulled on me multiple times by the police, I would never go visit a prison. Hey, I totally agree with that, brother. Dan 17th says she down bad for that issue. Facts, you feel me? Because she wasn't, as long as she wasn't sleeping with her, why would you be worried about somebody with an STD? I can understand if, maybe she had the heebie-jeebies and like, okay, well, I'll be sharing, utensils with you or something like that. Okay, I could kind of make sense, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like if you just felt it's just a problem that someone that has an STD, and I'm saying that wouldn't be a concern, then maybe you should just move the fuck out. But here's the thing. That's the problem with her. The bitch is still, drinking the drink, eating the food, sipping on the liquor, smoking the weed, and all that stuff, right? And living on the girl's couch until she was able to boss up. But at the same time, still snaking her. 17th said like what she thinks she was gonna get with that. Yeah, man. Yep. You definitely taking a risk. But I had to be honest with you. My common practice and my common say to people, 17th says like what she thinks she's gonna get with that. All right. Now, with that being said, one thing I could definitely say is that you're definitely taking a risk by helping people out. You know what I'm saying? And you definitely have to. It's definitely a calculated decision. You have to be very conscientious of your decision when you help people out, because you end up basically you essentially helped out your enemy, because this bitch don't like you. Like if someone had a VD, man, I not only would I keep that secret, but maybe I even address it with them. Like, man, you okay, bro? Like, you all right? Like, man, I just, I wasn't trying to look, I'll probably just not even bring it up. Like, you feel me? Unless they brought it up. But like, you'll like snake your friend like that. But Al Bunny is known for saying, women know women and women hate each other, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
17th says, I'm talking about what did the girl do by taking the pictures and revealing that information. Oh, of course. Well, she was snaking her. The bitch probably envious of her. Maybe the girl, she get more niggas than her or something like that. I don't know. But, these girls, they'll hang out with girls who they're envious with. I know men would do the same thing too. But, the truth is a lot of people keep around people who are envious of them. And because I kind of believe people are not comfortable being alone. Me, I have to be honest with you, and it took me a very long time to realize it. But I used to be all dude who I can honestly say that I'm very known. I'm known in Miami. I'm known in Cali. I'm known. I'm a pretty known person. And I'm not saying I'm known for the best things, but I think a lot of people do know me, or even if they don't know me, they recognize my face. With that being said, I can honestly say that I never had a problem being not in a mix. But I didn't realize that sometimes that's a detriment. It's not always a good thing. It's not always a good thing to kind of be in the mix. But one thing I could definitely say is, people hate each other, man. Like people be hating on each other, and people be plotting on people's downfall. And a lot of people will hang out with people they know that they don't really that don't like them, but because they're scared to be alone. Me, I'm not scared to be alone. I'll go to a movie theater by myself. I'll go to a club by myself. I'll go to Jamaica by myself. I don't need anyone to go hang out with to have a good time. I'm the type of person, you could drop me anywhere. I will make friends, or friends will make themselves with me easily. So with that being said, man, a lot of people be kicking around people who are really detrimental to them. And I can honestly say that I was that type of person at one point in time in my life. But now I embrace being a loner. Sometimes, sometimes when my friends want to hang out, I say, okay, let's hang out. But, we're going to meet at that place. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all want to go to the club? Oh, y'all want to go to this spot? Okay. I drive over there because at the end of the night, I want to be able, if I bump into a woman and I want to leave with her, I don't want my homeboy cock blocking me or restricting me from getting some pussy, because that has happened in my youth. Yeah, I learned as an adult. We are adults. Roll your old cigars, shit. I don't know if y'all remember, my brother had came over to my house, I was like maybe a month ago, and shit, even my own brother, he had his own cigar. I mean, I might have rolled it up for him, but as a grown man, we have our own cigars, we have our own cars, you feel me? Our own places to stay, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? And you just move a little differently. Not that you don't have fun, but I can embrace being alone, man. Now, 17 to know says I live with people and had many people live with me, but to do that ish is foul. It is foul, very foul. 17 to know says man will snake you, but most retaliation will probably come with it. I got friends and continue to be, but I can also be by myself and have many times before. Facts. And look, and that's facts, man. Like, and I'm glad that, you're a young man and you learned early in the game, you feel me? So salute to you. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Even though I enjoy the rap. And everybody on X, formerly known as Twitter, my name is Cali West. You can find me on YouTube under my show name Cali West Miami. Come along to the YouTube side, subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? Be feeling this shit. You know what I'm saying? Check me out on YouTube, man. Check me out. Y'all love my replays. Y'all love my lives. You feel me? And then 17 says you can get by. He says you can get by on friends, get by friends, or get got by an unknown hater that is just as jealous as a hater in the distance. It happened to me and get caught slipping once. Facts, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what they say? Fool me once, you can't fool me again. Man, 17 you're a very, very wise dude for a very young man. But man, y'all. Once again, it's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Cali West Miami. Once again, my name is Cali West. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. I love y'all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out of here, though. For real.